What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Cards at the Ball, bringing you more Infinite Magicraid content. And before we get into this video, which is obviously about Sigmund, and make sure you click like, subscribe, and comment below to help the channel grow. I can't thank you all enough for the support. So let's get into Sigmund. Why is he so good? Why do people rave about him? Where does he excel? What does he do? How do we build him? What emblems do we use? What aura do we use? And last but not least, what exclusives are vital. So let's have a little look. We'll start on his skills. Now, obviously Sigmund is a health burner, but that doesn't always mean we should only focus into his health rate. We'll get a bit more into that in a moment, but for now we're going to look at his basic attack, which deals 180% defense damage to a single enemy with a 40% chance to inflict one layer of health burn for 2 turns. This attack has a 30% leech against targets already under health burning status. Now, obviously, that's a very good basic attack considering he has a passive which gives him a chance to counterattack, and he's going to be using this pretty often, especially if we're pairing him with the likes of Catherine. So, it has a huge chance, it has an 80% chance. Combined with this, obviously, 40 and 40 is 80. Yes, I can count everyone. His second active skill is he deals 200% defense damage to a single enemy and inflicts one layer of health burning for 2 turns, then grants all allies a shield by 20% of maximum health for 2 turns. Each layer of health burn deals extra damage. It caps at 9% of Sigmund's maximum health by 3% of maximum health if the target is under health burning status when this skill deals damage. It obviously increases slightly here as we increase it, and the cooldown makes it free. So, it's a vital skill, basically increasing the shield, or giving everyone a shield, should I say. Giving everyone a shield, doing a decent amount of defense damage, inflicting a layer of health burn. So we're going to move on to his passive. Sigmund takes 12% less direct damage. Meanwhile, he has a 20% chance to counterattack when taking direct damage. Doubles the chance if the attacker is under health burning status already. Can be stacked with the buff counterattack, which means he can attack twice. Pretty nasty, especially for a health burn dealer when he has such a high chance on his health burn chance on his basic attack. So it's massive. Not only that, but is he healing himself in the process. Now, active skill number 4 deals 200% defense damage to all enemies with a 60% chance to inflict one layer of health burn for 2 turns. This does increase, obviously, 70, 85, 100% chance. It's pretty crazy, right? Obviously, cooldown reduced to 4 after it's fully upgraded. So that is his skills, and they're all very, very good skills. There's not one bad skill in there. Now, his exclusives: level 1 Searing Pain ignores shield and damage immunity, meanwhile increases additional damage by 50%. Level 2, it grants Sigmund immunity to freeze and health burning. Meanwhile, when he is inflicted with health burn, it will be converted into a heal. That in itself is massive, especially when it comes to the likes of PvP. Certain stages as well that I've got a lot of health burn in them. Sigmund's going to be, well, untouched from those enemies. So level 3 Flame Bombardment, it has a 50% chance to additionally inflict one layer of health burning for 2 turns. So, the chance on this already, and then to be inflicting 2 layers of health burn, it's a lot. It is a lot. Now, how do we emblem him? I know some people build him pure health. However, I like to go a little bit defense and majority health. We'll show why in a moment, but for now, this is his emblems. If you want to go ahead and snip this, I feel kind of confident that he's built right. If he isn't, then that's my bad. I'm sorry. If you know better, please do let me know so I'm not suffering anymore either. Let's go ahead and go through the emblems together. Obviously, I choose the defense increase because his damage is based on defense, and it also makes him tankier, so he has a lot of survivability. We have damage reflect because he's going to be getting hit quite often. Before the end of the first turn each wave, effect resistance is increased, control resistance increase, Posterior for damage whose defense is lower than self, damage taken is decreased as well. That's why I like to put some defense on him too, so he's always taking less damage. Spontaneous recovery restores self health by a certain percent at the beginning of the first 3 turns of each wave. And of course, we choose the maximum health emblem. Now we obviously go into the support tree. You could go into the attack tree. Now I'm considering it because it is going to increase his damage dealt, and that actually I will have to retest that after this video. I increase his health on his support. When South has a shield, he obviously shields a lot anyway, so he has damage taken decreased again, and his shield effect is increased here. Before the end of the first turn each wave, he has increased effect hit rate. When he goes selfish, when inflicting a layer of buff or debuff successfully, self speed increases by a certain amount. At magic touch, the chance to reduce the cooldown of skills, and for targets with lower speed than self, effect hit is increased, and there is a 30% chance to remove 1 layer of non-control debuff from self at random at the end of each turn. Now I'm considering it, I am possibly thinking that we could do the damage dealt. This would obviously cause him to do a lot more damage, and it quite possibly is a better route. I will have to test it. I'll test that. Not right now, but I will test that and let you guys know. His aura, we currently have extra recovery aura on him. He restores self health, max health after casting active skills. Now it's more for his survivability I choose this. However, you probably do want to go down the routes of the Dwarven Blessing aura, because he's going to obviously gain more max health and further increase for more damage in the dungeons. Other than that, you would probably want to go down the routes of, you could go down Recovery Horn Aura if you want to heal your allies as well as giving that shield, give them a heal too. The other ones that we can use in green, of course, is Range Hit Aura. And in the Legend, I haven't even considered the Legend yet. Is it Advanced Hit? No, not this one. We hit Grandmaster Aura, but these are legends, these are so far on. Yeah, you know, it takes a long time to get those for a lot of people. So right now it's the greens, the blues and the purple. So we're going to move on to his equipment and how we build him. I currently don't have the most optimum gear on him. We have just a base health set, and we have the accuracy set on him. Accuracy obviously increases mastery and affect it 10% and 20%, and health just increases his health rate. I would ideally take the health and mastery set, 10% health, 20% mastery, because I feel like that would be the best way to be getting more damage. We could go in a feather set for the increased health and increased speed. You can go first aid if you want to make him really fast, and affect it increases as well. But other than that, you're going to want to go down the health route. Affect it, mastery possibly if you roll really well, and the health and mastery, feather or accuracy. So those are the kind of ones you want to focus into. But we'll have a little look at the rolls that I did roll on this and the stats we want to aim for. I mean, it does recommend defense, affect it and mastery. I don't know why it doesn't recommend health, because it should really, because his health burn isn't based off of defense damage. So that's a little bit weird that it doesn't recommend it. On his weapon, we have affect it and health and healing effect. It's a really bad roll on this piece. His chest, we have defense rate, health rate, mastery. The boots, we have affect hit, effect resistance. You can see that this gear isn't optimal. The ring is probably the only one that's really useful with the effect hit rolled into twice. The artifacts are probably more important. We're going to choose mastery artifacts. We're going to focus for health rate. If you can't get the health rate, try and get affect hit. If you can't get that, try and get defense rate. The second artifact, we go for affect it. And this one rolled twice into defense rate, so I was kind of happy with that. But I mean, you could go health rate if you really want to, or mastery. I mean, it rolled mastery in a final one. The third and final artifact, you're always going to want to choose speed on pretty much any hero you're playing. We had mastery and health rate in here. Ideally, obviously, you're going to be wanting to look at affect hit, health rate, mastery, and all defense rate. I wouldn't worry too much on his speed, because if you're getting a big artifact like this does increase their speed a lot, and he's very, very tanky. So he's hard to kill, and he's obviously going to be countering, and he's going to be causing damage. He's going to be leeching. He's going to be shielding, that kind of stuff. So let's have a little look into Sigmund. Let's just throw him into campaign on his own, or just with Catherine. Let's throw him in with Catherine. Catherine and Sigmund, solo or duo, should we say, in the campaign. But he is E3, so he does have access to all of his exclusives. So we'll just leave it on auto and see how it does. You'll see him counter-attacking twice, sometimes because he has that 20% passive chance to counter-attack. There you see it activated. It won't activate every time, unfortunately. That would be OP. I mean, you can see just how much health burn is stacking up here, and the chance that he has to land it lands so often. I mean, he's not going to be taking any damage himself, really, because of the defense rate, the health rate. So the defense rate, we're taking less damage onto our Sigmund, making him tanky. The health rate is granting us that ability to cause more health burn damage, and the mastery is obviously multiplying our health burn damage. I feel like we should throw him in here solo after this, just to see how he does. Obviously, Catherine the Sigmund is the best combo you can do with him, other than other health burners, that kind of thing. Let's see what happens to the boss. I'm pretty certain it's going to kill. It will kill. It has to. There's no way it wouldn't kill, because obviously we're much further geared than someone who would normally be at this point in the game. That doesn't mean to say that every duo combo would win campaign. I think we did it with someone else previously, and they didn't. That did it with ease. Let's throw him in there on his own. I just want to see how he does on his own. I haven't tested it myself, so there's a bit of ground to build on, and we can see how good he is purely with his own skill set. So obviously we're taking a lot of damage, and then we're leeching with his basic attack. Ooh, we are taking a lot of damage. Remember, this is the final stage in the game on how... Oh my goodness. Is he going to clear a wave? No, he's not. Okay. That was like, he took a lot of damage considering he did very well. Let's be honest, he did very well to be on his own there. You could throw in any kind of healer and he probably would have been okay. So he is very good with Catherine. We can see that for sure. And if we probably set up a bit of smart casting there, say the shield was no, because we were killed before that. All right, okay, my bad. I can show Guild Boss. I've never actually used Sigmund on the Guild Boss, however. Never actually used him on the Guild Boss. We obviously use him in Faction Abyss. Let's go and try and get this star quickly. So we would use Catherine, Sigmund, and Zia here. I'm going to try this. All right, we're just going to leave it on auto. We'll go with Zia as well on stage 22. And we can see the use of Catherine alongside him with Zia as well. We need to focus Naskama first, because otherwise he's going to steal our buffs. I don't know if we're going to kill him, actually. No, we're not. He's going to steal the buffs. All right, so now we need to focus Liz. Skama can be a real pain, guys, when you come against him in PvE. Always try and nuke him down first. What I would normally do is I would try and ultimate with Zia to make sure we did enough damage onto Naskama so that he couldn't cause us issues like that. And now, obviously, this wave is always tough. I always try and target Taff first, then most likely Wolsey because of the heals in between. You can see that Zia's gone down there. We did just auto this. We haven't tried to do it correctly, shall we say. But, I mean, you can see Sigmund's survivability. He's not losing any health here. He's just shielded again. He has 5 poisons on him. He's going to take a nasty amount of damage in a moment. Not huge, though. Not huge. Can he clear this with Catherine? Because this is a really hard... This is a really, really hard combo that we're up against. Alright, so Taft's down. No, he's not. Wow. Okay. Wellesley will go down this turn. The health burn is just so nice because of all the counter attacks. Hal's being a pain there using his taunt. Catherine is very good, and Catherine does have the recovery horn aura on as well, so she is helping hugely. She's helping Sigmund hugely here, so do take that into consideration. Alright, so we've got through that wave with just Catherine and Sigmund. Can they win stage 22? Obviously, it's a high level. It's not easy by any means. Can they possibly take down the boss? Personally, I would say no, but I'm unsure. Wow. So, I mean, what kind of health burn damage is he doing? 355k, which is a good amount of health burn. I mean, we could improve that, obviously, if we were focused more health rate. His gear isn't maximum at the moment. He's not really ultimately built. He needs some better gear rolls. He needs. I could have taken gear off of, say, Melia or Sonia to put onto him, but then we wouldn't have had the defense rate, so it wouldn't have quite worked how I would like it to work. But this is going to win. It is going to win because they just can't kill Catherine and Sigmund together with the combined shields and the self healing. Although the boss is starting to do more damage now. Yeah, okay. All right. As time goes on, the boss will always do more damage as time goes on. So we get further, and you can see he's starting to really nuke pretty hard now. And Horrify can be annoying too, but yeah, it is a win. It's only a 1-star win because we've taken too long, and obviously Zia's dead. So, but a win is a win, regardless. What can we check into on Dwarven Ruins? Can we quickly? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and take out Melia. We're gonna use Sigmund in place of Melia. I'm just going to leave it on auto. There's not going to be any smart casting in place. So this is a tough stage anyway, even with smart casting. People that have tried it, you'll know, but it's a very hard stage, even with smart casting. The first wave has been easy because of Hazonia casting his health burn explosions. Yeah, this is going to be nasty. That last Hazonia's probably going to kill. Yeah, okay. Luna will revive in a moment, however. How much can Sigmund do on his own damage-wise? He really does stack up these health burns. Okay, Hazonia is back, probably dead in a moment though. Yeah. Oh. But, you know what? Sigmund really does provide us with even further survivability, considering he grants a shield as well. Elena's granting a shield, Catherine's granting a shield. So not only is he dealing a lot of damage, he's also a lot of support for our team. And I'm actually surprised that between obviously Luna's cleansing and Catherine's cleansing as well, because she's a certain exclusive, I was still actually surprised to see them go through that like they did. I mean, you see the boss hit Sigmund there, and it hardly touched him because he is that tanky. If that was Melia previously, she'd have probably gone down to about half health. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised because I haven't used Sigmund in Marius, and I would normally use Melia. I'm curious now. Could there be a really fast team with Sigmund, Melia, and Hizonia sharing the health burns initially on each wave, their AoEs, and then procking that off with Hizonia? But then relying on Catherine's counter attack at the same time on one of the waves, so that by the time we get to the boss, they can just go gung ho. Really did take this boss down with ease. No one died on this stage on the final wave. Bear in mind, everyone, he is E3. And as well, I did get mentioned that I should show my sanctuary bonuses to people when I'm doing my showcases. Now, obviously, I have a lot of exclusive heroes, a lot leveled up. So this is the sanctuary, and it's at 8,800. Now, these are bonus stats on what I get on all my heroes across. So the survivability is huge. It's the health rate and base health. That's massive. Like the attack rate isn't, I mean, 15% is 15%. Okay, defense rate is 14%. Crit rate isn't massive, it's 7%. And crit damage is 13%, which is quite a bit. Effect hit is 9%. Effect resistance 4. Mastery is 10% as well. Leech, however, doesn't ever go above 5%. So everyone, I can't remember, is that like a 1,000 sanctuary bonus? I believe you get a 5% leech, which is a really nice one. You do get base 5,500 attack and base 5,500 defense. There are people at about like 13,000 sanctuary points. Okay, there are. I know. You know who I'm talking about if you're watching. So always bear that in mind as well when you're seeing the heroes that I'm showcasing. It's not just that gear, it's also other things taken into consideration. That helps a lot with survivability. So what you see mine doing with what they're geared with, the emblems, the auras, yours will not perform quite as good purely because of the sanctuary bonuses. You know, I can take these away to show you how they would be without them. So I apologize for that. But the fact remains is that I can show you how to build them and build them effectively the way they should be built. And what you need to aim for. So uncollectible. This was a long video again. God, what's wrong with me? 22 minutes on a showcase. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. I will see you all very soon. Take care.